And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Yo, yo, yo. It's us. We around. Literally anything podcast. Podcast for the people. Welcome, welcome. As always, 3 times. Welcome everybody. It's us. We're here. At the current time, it's 2-piece. Shout out to the Brotherhood. He's taking care of some business because at the same while we sit on here and do this for free every Tuesday and have a little fun, we still adults. So that brother is being an adult, and we will catch up with him when he is done adulting. So shout out to that brother. But for now, it's just me and the brother left. And my man, aka I'm not a rapper. If you was outside for the I'm not a like if you was outside for like that DVD era, like man, that was different. That was different, bro. See, Mike left got his props and all that. Probably he's y'all know Left is a really demonstrative type dude, so he may be throwing on a little something. But yo, GG, what's going on? Kenny, what's going on, brother? Appreciate y'all checking in with us. We early on here, just getting started. Like I said, for the time being, it's just the two of us. But we gonna make it work either way. We're gonna start with hot takes. My man Left is back. And what's your hot take? That's what we like to get this game rolling together.
Well, on top of the fact that I am not a rapper.
Yeah, if you haven't poured your drink, do so now.
Yeah, you should.
Because
we with that. It's funny that my hot take, like it's like I can't even really say it's a hot take, but it's just something that's funny to me. Anybody who's deep into sports or whatnot, and had been around for the Tim Tebow era of football, I believe that you would find this to be intriguing as okay, so you deal with a player who clearly didn't have the skill set to thrive in the NFL as a quarterback, gets the opportunity to try at tight end, and now he will be a co-host on First Take with Stephen A. Smith now that Max Kellerman is gone.
Yeah, I mean, so what are you surprised? Is that what I'm trying to hear?
Not even so much the surprise. It's just like some people just get all the chances. And one of the things that I do realize, like when he was on College Game Day, he was awesome.
I would say he's a really good commentator.
He's awesome on College Game Day.
He's good at that. That's the one thing he's done that I've enjoyed.
He was good on College Game Day, but
right.
I'm just like, I'm honestly, I'm sick of seeing Tim Tebow, to be honest with you. Like I don't want to be looked at as a hater. But
you have Tim Tebow fatigue.
Yeah,
you're over it.
Yeah, I'm just They let you do everything, dog. They let you do.
Now, here's the thing: anything talking involved, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they are taking his skill. This is the one thing I don't question they let him do. I don't know why they let Tim Tebow play baseball. I question that every day. He was in the minor leagues for 3 damn seasons. Why? What about Tim Tebow made y'all think that we should give this guy a shot? And then, like you said, with the Jags and the tight end thing, it's very white privilege-y as far as it, the breakdown of it. But the flip side of that is this, right? He's good at this.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him do this and be okay. So this is like the last thing I'm tripping over.
Yeah. I just found it to be funny. And it was something that I just saw within the last couple hours. I was like, yo, they let him do everything.
Yeah, no, he gets his chances for sure.
Yeah, Tim Tebow is like, and don't get me wrong, it ain't like he out here doing like he's squeaky clean. So when you squeaky clean,
yeah.
you get the you get the opportunities to do some shit that the average person won't get to do. But I'm just like,
that's big time.
this guy.
I mean,
I'm a hater.
I get that.
Fuck it.
And that's okay. It's not wrong with that. If you, sometimes everyone at some point in their life is a hater. I don't give a fuck how stand up you think you are. You did or said some hating shit in your life, so that's not to be, thought of in any sort of negative way. But what I will say is this: it's like I'm okay with listening to him in this capacity because I've seen his brother do this well. So we'll give him a chance on that. And we'll see. I think it's very clever of ESPN to put a very clean-cut image type dude on the other side of Stephen A in that way.
Yeah, because
people going to tune in to see Steve bark on him, and then there's going to be other people that tune in to see Tim in the most polite schoolboy Butters kind of way, Butters from South Park way, like put this motherfucker in his place. Like, you know what I mean? So it's going to be an interesting dynamic, and I'm definitely, I watch all that shit to start. I don't always stick with it, but anything sports involved, you can get me to watch once or twice. So I'll definitely check it out and see what the dynamic looks like as far as what I'm a fan of. We'll see. So a couple hours ago, first off, to anyone who may be listening or checking this out who was affected by Hurricane Ida in any way, shape, or form, thoughts, prayers, and all that good stuff out to y'all. Please, just many blessings upon y'all. We hope for the downfall that y'all received. It was tough. I know a lot of people who were posting pictures and things of that nature. So yeah, just salute to all those people, and we hope things turn around for anybody who was affected in even the smallest way. My personal effect was very minor, but major in that moment. I got to sit in 2 hours of traffic this morning, 2+ hours. I could have drove to Virginia this morning in the time it took me to take my son to school and then park my car at my job. So that was a rough day, but it is what it is. A lot of people had worse days than me, and we hope those people get on their feet as soon as possible. But moving on to the hot take. So about an hour or so ago, damn, Gigi says she saw a tornado with her own eyes. That's wild. That's got to be frightening as hell. I'm not built for that. I'm not built for that.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So for my folks who actually saw their first tornado and was involved in this for the first time, unfortunately for me, first of all, I didn't see it. I was holed up here in my apartment with my kids, so with everything going on, I knew it was crazy outside, but I didn't know that I didn't know everything that was going on. But right. I said, for those of you who have never seen a tornado before or have never been through a tornado before, unfortunately, I've had the misfortune of living in Tornado Alley for 4 years. So basically from where I was stationed at in Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, and the area goes actually further south than Wichita Falls, but all the way up through the plains, right, up through North Dakota, and it's like a straight shot where you see tornadoes all around this time of year.
It's nothing. It's a season for it.
It's nothing to see, to look out your window and on the horizon see 5 tornadoes just appearing and then disappearing. And I had the misfortune of actually having a tornado start to circulate right above my dorm building. We were standing outside and it was yo, it's crazy out here because we're looking this way and it's a tornado forming up that way and it's starting, you can see it across the plain ripping shit up. And then somebody just decided to look up and was yo, why is that funnel cloud starting to spin? Yeah, let's get inside.
Yeah, that's wild.
So
Damn.
So
No, Kenny, Virginia. Yes, bro, Virginia. I was in the car long enough driving from Southwest to Uptown to in real life drive to Virginia in good traffic. I could have been there. Maybe not back, but I certainly could have got there. Gigi says she lives in 3 hurricanes in Puerto Rico, but it was a different kind of scary seeing a tornado. So, yeah, man. That's heavy, man. That's heavy.
Yeah.
But on a lighter note, I mean, I guess kind of a lighter note. So about an hour or so ago, they announced on Instagram that the next verses was going to be Fat Joe and Ja Rule.
What would I be without you? I only dream about you. I know you're saying that you're lonely, but it's time to put it on me.
Why? Who asked for this, yo? Who asked for this? I really want to know who asked for it. Like, Fat Joe. First off, let's just for the record, I'll say this out loud. If I'm going based on just material, I feel like Ja Rule's going to trash this nigga, low key, because his run was wild. Like, no, we don't fuck with him, but if we looking back on like runs, like what, like we not doing that with Ja. We not doing the fronting on Ja Rule's run. I'm not saying that the brothers made some missteps. But musically, that little spin he was on was epic. He was wild. So I don't know, and I'll admit it. Not the biggest Fat Joe fan. Also, by the way, just spin the block on like Cuban pulled back on that shit we was talking about with Joe last week too. So so like we said, we didn't really lean one way or another. We just had a quick little brief discussion about it, but. That's neither here nor there. I just wanted to make sure we was even with our reporting of that situation. The talk to me about the other situation, no left. Well, how you feel about it? Fat Joe versus Ja Rule.
Me personally, I like early Joe. I can't even talk about early Joe because I wasn't a fan. Like I was on the pun train. You dig what I'm saying? So like, he had his little I'm not even going to call it little because that sounds like a hater.
We ain't
we're not doing little stuff. We're not doing little stuff.
So we're not saying that with nobody shit on this one.
No, not at all. So I was not on the on the Joe train back in the day because, like I said, I remember when I bought my first Pun CD. Like I bought that Pun Yeah Baby CD. I was in Vegas when I bought that CD. And that was actually, I think that was the first time I heard anything from Joe because he had features on that album.
Right.
But I was getting deep, starting to get into Pun.
That Yeah Baby album is crazy. Pun. Man, listen, too soon, man. Pun was one of them ones. Yeah, Pun was definitely one of the ones.
Yeah,
and if you're asking to compare between Pun and Joe, it's really
none.
That's not fair. No that's almost not fair to Joe if that's how you basing what you want from. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's your measuring stick.
From your Boricua rapper.
Like, if that's your measuring stick, Joe's losing that every time. He just wasn't as gifted of a rapper as Pun was. That's just, the facts.
Yeah, so for me on that, like, I didn't get a chance to get into Joe like that. Like, he had, when we were outside, he had some bangers. But like I could just like he don't have nothing that you could listen to straight through. Like I don't feel like there's a Joe album that you could listen to straight through. Ja Rule's Vidi Vidi Vici album, nigga,
was a great album. That's a
from
good album.
Front.
Like
to
I'm not even
back.
going front. That's my favorite Ja Rule album. It's not
from
even close.
Front to back.
because he switched the formula after that album.
You could listen to that album and get lost in it. Like my favorite Ja Rule song is "Race Against Time," and it holds symbolism for me because of the fact that Chuck put me onto that song.
Right.
And he was like, yo, you gotta listen to this song. Like, listen to how he put hooks together. Mm-hmm. And like when you listen to this album shows you what it is to write hooks, like to be perfect when it comes to writing the hooks. Every hook on that album, ridiculous. Every single hook. Like, but that one in my race against time, I can't stop running through the red light, living my life. Even if it's getting too hot, I'ma keep running through the red light, living my life. Like, yo, that mother.
Listen, man, you're not going to sit up here and tell me that Ja Rule didn't have his moments. You're not going to tell somebody that Ja Rule didn't have his run. He get a lot of jokes now, and some of that's his fault. Like, if we're being honest, he gets some of that shit he's earned. But like, if you're looking at runs and you're strictly looking at runs, like just who had real live moments where everything they was on was crazy, he had one of them runs.
Yeah.
And he brought Ashanti along with him for a lot of that shit.
His first two albums, the Murderers album, all of his features on Ashanti shit, like he was cooking.
It was hard to fuck with what he was doing, so we're not gonna do that. Joe had, like you said, Joe had some joints. It's so the problem that I'm having with this whole thing is that the shit's on September 14th. And for those who don't know, September 14th is my birthday. What the hell kind of birthday present with this versus? Like, y'all could have gave me Ja and 50, and that would have been like happy birthday to me. Because the entertainment level of that shit would have been high level. But Swizz and Tim, I mean, I don't know these brothers, but they clearly don't give a fuck about me. Like, clearly don't give a fuck about me because my birthday present is Fat Joe versus Ja Rule on Versus. So yeah, that'll be happening that day. And fuck out.
Yeah, shout out to Nas. Shout out to Nas, September 14th.
Yeah, Escobar. Yeah, man. Like, yeah. So moving on, getting into the bullshit, right? All right. So this whole COVID thing, right, and all the things that come with it are just like, they vary as far as opinions and attitudes and discussions and things did to get your point across. It's varying all over the place, right? So last week, a father from Texas, this time it finally wasn't in Florida, it was in Texas, goes into the school board meeting and in an effort to prove a point about mask wearing, begins giving a speech and stripping down naked in front of the entire school board. Oh, shit. Simple protocol. We follow certain rules for a very good reason. And this was like part of his rant in front of the entire school board. I ain't gonna lie, I like this dude. I'm not telling you that I agree with what he was doing. I'm not telling you that I think this was a good idea. But what I am absolutely telling you is I appreciate the don't give a fuck spirit that this gentleman is bringing to the table. He's telling you, listen, goddamn it, I have a point to make, and I will strip ass naked in front of strangers to prove that point. And I just, for me personally, I respect the shit out of that. Like, if you willing to swing your dick to prove a point in front of like the school board, like, yes, like, all right, so that's one side, right? But the other side is that you just ruined your kid's life because everybody's gonna find out who dad that is, and they're gonna hate you forever.
That was Torrance's dad. That was Torrance's dad. He out here swinging his dick all willy nilly.
I fucking hate you, Dad. You ruined my goddamn life. Like, that's gonna be the heavy after school special show. That shit gonna be wow.
Yo, his child is gonna be Columbine.
Yeah, no, they should watch that young man. I hope he doesn't own a rifle. They should watch him because that shit is gonna go left. Like that, like, damn, young boy. Like, you just bust up in the joyski, like, oh man. But like I said, that brother had a point to prove, apparently.
Yo, he Kevin Hart the shit out. Kevin Hart daddy the shit out of that show. Like you ain't never seen a long dick.
That's definitely the energy he brought to that shit. That shit's wild to me, man. Like, he really went in there and made that happen. Like, I don't know, man. And like, I do not care to discuss the politics of his discussion. By the way, I don't want anybody to think that that's where I was about to go with this. I simply want people to understand that in the midst of this conversation, whatever he felt was so strong in his soul that his balls needed to be bared to the earth. Like, that's from your soul, nigga.
Nah, he said that shit from his balls.
Yeah, like,
I got balls
from the depths, nigga. From my motherfucking sack, nigga.
Like, my nuts, B.
He was going in. So yeah, I need people to have more conviction like that. Like, I want niggas to be on shit. Speaking of niggas that's on some bullshit, I got a good one for you, Left. Damn, I'm almost. You know what? I'm gonna hold this one. Wait a minute. I'm gonna rewind on that. Give me a second. I still got another one though. That's extra funny. I got a question, right? Hello, Naya. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Who the fuck is eating Arby's, man? Like,
they have the meats.
Wait a minute, pause. I knew that was coming. I knew the pause was coming. No, seriously. Arby's bought Buffalo Wild Wings this week. Like, yeah, exactly. You seen the face you just made? Like, every time I don't know how people are consuming. I don't understand, how everyone consumes the show all the time. I'm not always hip to that. But I'm telling you, if you go back to just before 22 minutes in the show on YouTube and you look at Left face after I told him that Arby's purchased Buffalo Wild Wings. Yes, sir. You heard what I said. Who is eating so much Arby's that they got enough money? Like, their marketing campaign can't be this good. Now, to be fair, the only thing I know that Arby's has that I've ever remember eating is curly fries. And that's real rap. But I'm sure at some point in life, shit. But bro, who's eating this much Arby's?
See, what I gotta explain to you is, you gotta understand where Arby's is located. Okay, realize that there's no Arby's within the city limits. And in most big cities, you won't see Arby's. Arby's is not a big city franchise. They put Arby's in rural, suburban areas. You dig what I'm saying?
So suburban population is consuming Arby's at a high level. Check
on that. So it is crazy. Because like I said, they don't like the closest Arby's to here that I remember. Now it might be stuff that's I don't know, like if you go to Jersey or I don't know, like further south or whatnot. But what I do know is the last Arby's I've ever been to, and the closest one to here is, what is that? Not 202, 422. Like going out towards
Arby's on Baltimore Pike.
It is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Arby's on Baltimore Pike.
Yeah, I drive past it like with.
It's because it's across the street from the gym. It's across the street from the gym, like on that little strip right over there. It's like Arby's, McDonald's, a few things over there. But yeah, it's definitely one.
Yeah, I never pay attention to that shit.
Right.
All right, so you got that one, but I never paid attention to it, so I wouldn't know it's there.
Yeah, no, I definitely. That's the only one I know of, though.
But on 422,
don't know another one.
I think it's 422. Like when you go past Oaks and you're going out towards Reading.
Okay.
It's like the road splits up there. One road goes towards Reading. The other road goes to Upper Black Eddy. You remember my story about Upper Black Eddy?
Yeah.
So you dig what I'm saying? Like it's a crazy situation. Like, no, the Arby's is not around like inner city areas. It's not. So you're dealing with people in rural populations who eat at Arby's and they fuck with Arby's heavy.
My main man, dog, what's up, right? Arby, he says Arby's and Buffalo Wild Wings are both trash. I know Buffalo Wild Wings has a sauce that I like that I purchased. I don't remember the food very much, but I remember that sauce and it was good. I don't remember the name of it, so I guess I don't remember it as well as I thought I did. But either way, they had a couple of dope sauces that's pretty good. Gigi says she has Arby's around the corner, but she's never been there. And don't let that change, Gigi. Don't go there. I'm trashing Arby's. I don't know shit about Arby's. Gigi, I'm sorry.
You live in a rural area.
Yeah. Like I said, I never seen a car in an Arby's parking lot ever.
You dig?
Empty parking lots at Arby's, yo. Yeah, but okay. So earlier this week, Arby's acquired Buffalo Wild Wings. They will be combining the two brands to make a larger company to manage both chain or both franchises. They're looking to grow and expand the franchises, and apparently a little bit of new money behind it is what it is.
It's Buffalo Wild Meats.
That man, that just with the Ving Rhames voice is wow. Like
Buffalo Wild Meats.
No, we not doing that. Not with the Ving Rhames. Like yo, some of them commercials make me uncomfortable. Like, bro, why is you yelling at it, man? You know what I mean? Oh no, Gigi, we not mad at you. We want everybody to get out the hood. That's the goal. Get up out the hood for sure. Yeah.
Let me listen. I didn't I'm not complaining about you being in a rural area. This is what we should all aspire to, get to a place where we feel great about how we can take care of our children. Like, I'm looking for houses in rural areas right now. Like, yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
I mean, listen, that's like I said, that's the goal. Nobody wants to stay in the bullshit forever. People want to evolve, and I appreciate evolution, and so the hell should you. So let's see. What else? What's the other bullshit that we may get to? All right. So did you hear about Cam Newton?
Yeah, man. And I was hurt by it at first, like, yo, y'all ain't shit. Going to cut Killer Cam. But then
what made you change your mind about that?
I mean, I'm not getting the COVID shot, so I'm with him on that. But
now let's not run with that narrative because none of that has been proven. He said it. I'm talking about football. What they football side of things?
Like, I ain't seen no Patriots games. Like, I didn't even see the Eagles versus the Patriot games. But what I did hear is that Cam carved the Eagles up during that game. But then Mac Jones did the same thing. But you're playing against second stringers though. So for me, I don't give you validity when you're playing against the twos. Like, Cam been practicing with the ones all camp. And if you've been practicing with the ones all camp, then you should be the starter. If you didn't but they've been saying that that Mac Jones been playing lights out throughout camp, and it was what it was. I felt like Cam didn't fit in that scheme anyway. So
I don't disagree with that.
At the end of the day, did they do you a favor? I don't know.
No, because it's not another starting job out there for him.
Because I don't want him to end up in the NFC East. I don't.
Cam don't scare me no more, and that's just how I feel. But I'm gonna give you another angle, real quick. So apparently, during an interview, there's a former New England Patriots quarterback by the name of Scott Zolak.
Scott Zolak.
Yeah, Zolak. He played 8 seasons with the Patriots and the Dolphins, started a playoff game, and was talking to a sports radio show, 98.5, The Hub. And his advice to Mr. Cam Newton was, turn off the rap music and stay focused on football. I turn off the rap music, first of all, because I think it's distracting for Cam. He's always in between throws dancing. He can't help himself. Man, listen. We can't do shit sometimes. Yo, like, we really can't do shit. Like, we can't even be happy. What kind of disgusting shit is that? Turn off the rap music, Scott Zolak? What, my guy?
All right, so I'm going to speak on that. First of all, first thing, shout out to my guy, my favorite motherfucking punter of all time, Pat McAfee. Because I was watching his show the other day, and he was speaking about this situation.
Okay.
And he called a spade, and it's lovely when you hear white people call other white people racist.
Right,
and he certainly called that shit out immediately. Like, you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like Scott Zolak's racist. Like he racist. Like, he called that out immediately. So for me, that was like I didn't even have to say it. You dig what I'm saying? Because immediately that's what came to mind for me. Like, yo, you racist piece of shit. But
like, when turn off the rap music, bro. Like, damn. Like that's like 80. That's like 1987 racist. That's not even like modern racism. That's like do the right thing racism. Like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, man, that shit's wild to even. But then, you know, he backpedaled the shit out of that all week long. But you was in the fire by them, bro. It wasn't no backpedaling out of that. It was you. You was a rizzle.
You might as well just, you know, get off the grill, go right into the fire. And,
it's a wrap now, bro. They as the youngins say, they on that ass. They about to get you right the fuck up out of here, bro. That's a bad one. Like, so, and here's the other twist, right? Here's the other twist, right? So, understanding that it's your job to critique those sorts of things, like performances, motivations, your read on it as a former NFL player. That's what they want from him, right? So he's being paid to speak. So I'm not denying that he shouldn't have an opinion. But if you are in a position where someone is giving you money to make statements about things, you should be aware enough to read the room of the depth of your statements. Like, apologies you can't walk that back. Like, you can't tell me you didn't understand what you were saying at the moment. No, you didn't understand that you were saying it and how other people hearing it would be for the first time. Because you done said some shit like that before in some other rooms where not as many microphones was out and not as many people was reporting or saying shit. But you said that shit in the wrong room this time, and now they busting that ass over it. So that's really what it's about. Like, don't keep talking that cool shit and then not be ready to stand up for what you say, because the walk back is the shit that pisses me off. Like, I'm not saying that I'm okay with what he's saying. What I'm telling you is I would have at least a small, like, measure or modicum of respect if he was just like, yeah, I said that. Probably shouldn't have said it like that, but I believe in what I said. Like, I respect those racist type motherfuckers more than the closet racist people. Like, and that's weird as shit. And I don't have any respect for them on any level. But I'd rather know where you stand than have to constantly guess. And this is a situation where you said the shit, nigga. Rock out. Like, stop bitching.
I'm gonna give you a stat, right? I'm gonna put you on this. Like, well, not you, because I'm pretty sure you probably know this, right? All right, so I have a belief that the Cowboys happen to be one of the most racist organizations in football when it comes to the quarterback position. And when it came to Dak Prescott getting getting a contract that was worthy of his skills, like his skill set, you know, and Jerry Jones was like pussyfooting around giving him a contract, I felt that it had something to do, like, and I still do feel like it had something to do with the fact that he's a black quarterback, because I feel like Tony Romo was nowhere near as skilled as a Dak Prescott, but he never had to go through the bullshit when it came to getting the contract. Like, it was just given to him, right? So the last black quarterback, the last black starting quarterback that played for the Dallas Cowboys is Quincy Carter.
Quincy Carter.
Okay, and before that, it was Rodney Peete,
who played everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? The Patriots have never, like in the last 30 years, have not had a single black starting quarterback. Now, they've had black quarterbacks on a roster, Jacoby Brissett.
I'm about to say, did Brissett start a game with them? He didn't start a game for the Patriots?
He was not a starter. Like, and it's
well,
not,
I know
like,
he wasn't a starter, but I don't know.
He wasn't a starter. Like, he might have started a game or whatnot, a game or two, but he was not like the guy who was the starter at the beginning of the season. Cam Newton is the only player that at the beginning of a season was the starter, like, was named. Matter of fact, he didn't even come into the season last year as a starter, did he?
I believe he signed towards the end of camp, so I think he did start the season.
All right, so he might have started the season.
He may not have started the first game, so I'm not 100% sure.
All right, so
and Gigi, who is a Cowboys fan, chimes in with, "You are correct about your Cowboy assessment." So that's actually a pretty solid, stand-in. Go ahead, bro.
All right, so if you look back over the last 30 years, all right, you got Cam, but before that, it was the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
You had Jimmy Garoppolo, who spelled him.
Right.
You had Matt
Castle, yeah.
Drew Bledsoe.
Right.
But then before all that, it was Scott Zolak. And then Steve Grogan.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Grogan played for them from 1975 until 1990.
How, bro?
Like, he was on their roster from that time, like that time period.
And they was trash that whole
16 years, you dig me? So it seems like it's an organizational thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
facts.
You can, like, people
all
can
right,
look
so real quick. Ship makes an amazing point, and I was going to make it, and he kind of, I'm gonna let this. I don't think Romo was a bad quarterback at all. I think he shitted the bed in really big moments, but I think just as a base 17-week starting quarterback for your team, I hated when he was healthy and we played them, because he gave us hell. He cooked the birds when he played, and I agree with that, Ship. I definitely, to this point in their career, feared Tony Romo more than I feared Dak. This year that may change, but maybe not. We'll see. But I gained a lot of respect for Dak last year, though. I really did.
I'm not saying that Tony Romo wasn't a good quarterback, because he was. Like that, like I'll never take that away from him. But he was also a choke artist.
Yeah, no, that's you see, that was the first thing I said. Yeah, it's not his talent, it's his clutch. His clutch gene was non-existent.
Yeah, he was a choke artist, and for me, it was just like, like, and then I couldn't be a fan of him anyway because he a Cowboy.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and again, Gigi chimes in. He was good, but not when we needed him the most. So how good was he really? And that's all the fans care about. Like, did you win? Did you win? Did you win? Dot. That's all we care about. We don't care about shit else. And he definitely was the face of the team at the time. Ship, I would agree with that. All right, enough of the Cowboy talk. We can get off of that shit. Don't take that personal, GG. But we still Eagles fans over here. So with all love and respect, we all for the Cam shit. Let's see what else we got. Oh, okay. Here's a good one. Diddy and Shine. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with the story, and I don't know how you couldn't be, main man Shine was signed to Bad Boy. you know, rolling around with Diddy back in the take that days, and Diddy was fucking with J-Lo. Caught a little case fucking with Diddy. Got deported back to, what was it, left? Bolivia? Belize, my bad. Belize. Deported. And, you know, he had started a family and things of that nature, so he wasn't able to see his family here in America. And, you know, a lot of bullshit. So, in the last couple of weeks, Sean has made his way back into the States and got his ability to come back to his second home, reinstated. He and him and Diddy linked up and, you know, squashed the shit, and everything's good with the two of them. How you feel about that, Lef? How you feel about Sean and Diddy? I mean, listen, we always skeptical of Diddy, so you can focus on the Shine angle if you want, and just how you feel about that man shit getting right, or you could go on the Diddy angle. I don't know. Like, I'll let you. You go which way you want to go with that.
I want to know who reached out.
You want to know
because
Diddy on the
yeah, because that's what means the most anyway. Who reached out? Like, did Diddy find out that Sean was coming back to the States to get his citizenship or his visa reinstated so that he could be able to travel within the continental United States? And then was like, you know what, let me reach out to the brother because, you know, this dude did some time on my behalf, you know, because to be real, like, he was in that club busting shots to protect Diddy and J-Lo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, we all know that for sure.
So with that case, like, Diddy. he caught that case. He caught that case for Diddy, and then was just like, you're exiled. Like, you're in jail, exiled. Like, ain't nobody fucking with you like that. Like, he dropped the album from jail, right?
Yes, he did.
But then, yeah, it's not like you was it. As hard as he went for Big, he should have been going the same, like, going as hard for Shine the same way.
So here's Miss P, friend of the show, chiming in saying they have been good for a while. So that's good to know. So that's so now that gives us some,
yeah, that
you know, this wasn't just a just now thing. This is a thing that had been brewing. And I mean, you know, to me, it makes sense. You know, I don't think, no matter how much bullshit you go through, as you get older, all you really want is peace. Mm-hmm. And if you've seen Brother Shine, he's definitely looking like the years have caught up to him, and he just want to get this shit done and be chill on his end of things. And for Diddy's part, we all know we have sharp opinions about that brother and the shit that he does. But every now and then,
Daddy. Party for me. Come on. I gotta give you a party. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if he tried to get Shine a party.
I hope not. Like, why you keep saying it like that? Like,
no, you got a party with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, get this party. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, that's your name. I'm sorry. No worries. I apologize. My bad, best. All right. So for me, I tried to focus on the Shine angle. So it's like, respect to that. But the other thing is like, Diddy always fixing some shit he fucked up, yo. Like, this brother always got to do the reach back, like, and repair the shit. Like, how many times do we got? I don't know. Maybe he's just a charming dude, and all the shit that he do to niggas, they just forget about it. Because I definitely recall the Locks wanting to kill this nigga, and then, like, once the money shit got settled, it was like they was all right with Diddy, and that was weird as shit to me. Like, he always got to fix something, like, or he don't fix something. In the case of Mace still hate this nigga. Like, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, Diddy is like one of those real conundrums when it comes to just, you know, do I hate him? Is he good? Is he somewhere in between there? Like, he's really one of those dudes, man. He's you either love him or you hate him. And I don't know which one it is. Me personally, you know.
Yeah. So, like, that was my you know, my look on it. Like, I just wanted to know who reached out. So, like, if Diddy, like, and even if they've been good for some time now, I still wonder who reached out. Like, was it Diddy? Like, listen, I know the situation was foul, how things went down. but you did ride out for me, and like I can't just sit up here and forget that you did that. So boom. I mean, so that brings the friendship together.
I mean, that would be some real nigga shit.
Yeah, you know,
like
growth.
real. That would
Growth.
definitely be some real nigga shit. Like,
yeah,
I don't put it past. I don't think Puff's incapable of doing something like that. I don't know that I care who reached out. It only because if it's grown to what this is, it was the right thing from either one. Because if Sean is the one who reached out, then that takes an incredible amount of humbling, because like within yourself, because in your mind you got to be like, this nigga owe me. Why I gotta call him? He know what he did. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So you gotta humble yourself in a different way for that.
Yeah,
to be
I ain't
able
that
to make
guy.
that call. Yeah,
Sorry,
and I respect that. Like, that's
I
what I'm
ain't that
saying.
guy.
Some niggas can't do that at all. And on the flip side with Diddy, like, so what if Sean, whatever, like, he don't gotta answer that man call or help him for nothing if he is, and he don't gotta reach out to him neither. Like, what's done is done. He could have easily let that be. But so that's what I'm saying. So whoever it was, somebody had to suck it up and be like, all right, we off the bullshit.
Unless you had an intermediary, like, yo, let me put these two together. So,
and that's always a possibility too, that there was somebody within the circle that was able to put the two of them in the same space, so where they can have the discussion and you know, make shit right on that note. So I'm good with either one. I'm glad it happened for Sean though. Like, I don't think he should have had that kind of retribute for another nigga's mistake.
And now he's like an ambassador or whatever for Belize. Like he's like a dignitary or something like that. So
he's doing his thing, man.
Like, so he's in a space where he don't need that type of energy. Like, he don't need nobody having no bad blood with him or whatever, or him having no bad blood with nobody else. Like, he needs to be in a space where he's fully for his people. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing.
It is indeed a good thing. So let's talk about one of the other elephants in the room. Have you listened to the Kanye album at all? Have you listened to anything off of Donda?
No, I have not. I tried to start listening to it in the car the other day as I was taking my children to school. Like, the album didn't have a parental advisory sticker on it, so I was like, I should be okay with listening to this around my kids. And then I didn't even get into the album because they was like, we want to hear Kids Bop. I guess I gotta put on Kids Bop.
I mean, if whatever the kids shall request, they shall certainly have in the morning to make sure their commute is smooth. I'm not mad at that.
So I didn't get a chance to get back to that, you know. So I will. But I did. I do realize there's some people that are feeling some type of way towards Kanye right now. Somebody's acting real light skinned.
That is
because he's light skinned.
That is a very light way of putting it as far as how they feeling. All right, so I was hesitant to listen to the album because I didn't listen to it immediately, and then I let the opinions of so many others taint what I was, you know, about to go ahead and experience, or at least in my eyes at that moment, I was letting them taint what my experience was going to be with the album. And then, you know, the other night I'm up and I really can't sleep. So I'm playing 2K. I'm like, all right, let me listen to this. And I got about maybe 6 songs in. And then I cut it off. Then I tried to listen to some while I was doing a little bit of work that later on that day. Got 2 more songs in, then I cut it off again. It's just nothing about the beginning of this is, if it's 21 more tracks of what I heard so far, I'm good. And I probably won't listen to the rest of it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's just not very good. It's just not. Yeah, it's not good. It's just not. I don't want to trash it. I don't want to go like, because again, I haven't even listened to the whole thing. But the first 9 songs, there might be a song that I like. Maybe 2. And when I say like, I mean, it wasn't bad. Like, I didn't want to skip it. Like, I had to make myself like, there's got to be something at the end of this. Because you know how Ye has like little creative drops and continuations and like things of that nature. They throws in his work. Yeah, it was none of that, man. None of that shit. It was just a lot of bad music. I'm not, and I'm upset because Ye's my guy. Like Ye don't miss for the most part with me. Like, and let me not say that because we said in this space, me and Hood specifically, that we got like early Ye versus late Ye, and then like it's a huge difference in them two, and we all have an affinity for Ye, but different periods. But like if we talking like we had that discussion, first 4 albums is wow. Like first 4 albums is like that's a wild run that brother put out. Like you ain't really fucking with that on a lot of levels, no matter who you are. And you can really say first 5 albums, all the way up to Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Is crazy. So to get this based on those expectations is hella disappointing, man. Especially with all the release part. Like, and y'all motherfuckers in Atlanta and Chicago ain't shit. Because y'all sat in them stadiums and listened to this bullshit ass album and ain't tell them it was bad. And then we the fuck out here waiting for this nut ass album and we get this bullshit and everybody upset. All y'all paid $40 for glizzies and $20 fucking bottle of water to sit in them nut ass stadiums and listen to this shit. And then y'all ain't tell us this shit was trash. I'm mad at all y'all. Y'all ain't shit for that. Like, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. All y'all who sitting there ain't shit for that. Y'all knew this album wasn't shit. Y'all knew it. And y'all just let us go out here all hype at midnight or whatever the fuck he released it in the middle of the night. Like, come on with this bullshit, man. Kanye made me mad. Like, that shit it's really depressing to have an artist who you revered so highly just be like so far off what you thought they used to be. Like, niggas that fall off. Like, early Hove ain't Hove now, but Hove still Hove though. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like 444 wasn't that long ago, and that album was incredible. Like it was a great piece of work. So I don't know. Am I expecting too much? Is that what it is? Have my expectations just grown to a point where now he can't really, or is it really just bad music? Like that's what I'm trying to decide in my mind.
I can't speak on this album because of the fact that I haven't listened to it. But what I do understand is that your expectations are gonna be at a certain level when you're speaking to somebody that you revere so much. Like you understand that they put out, some great pieces of work, some great bodies of work. So especially when they've put out so many great bodies of work, so it becomes what you expect. Like you don't expect, like it's like you like Pink Floyd coming out with a new album,
right. You
like Pink Floyd ain't never dropped a shitty album,
right?
So
and why even mess with that now? Yeah,
right. So when you go to pick that up, that shit has to be a great album because Pink Floyd don't never drop no trash. You know what I mean? Like. You pick up an Outkast album, you expecting a great album because Outkast don't drop bullshit.
Right. No facts.
You know what I mean? So that's what it is. And like I don't understand like you said, you had people paying $40 for glizzies and shit, and like y'all went all the way out. Like this ain't like y'all went to a Michael Jackson show and shit.
Y'all was at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, eating glizzies and water and chips.
Now my question was
27 song trash truck fucking juice fest. Thank you, Ryan. That's definitely like trash truck juice. I haven't heard that analogy in a very long time, and it's just bad, man. Like,
now this like, and it's crazy because it makes me question. Now were these glizzies, were they like 100% Angus beef?
I don't. I'm not sure how that affects the situation.
No, because I mean, if you're getting a 100% Angus beef glizzy, then I mean, it's not worth $40, but at least you got a quality glizzy out of this situation.
Yo, I hate. See, you just got to keep the street going. I hate this conversation. Like, It's
look,
always one.
listen, I had to, make a statement for my brother Hood because he would have went in,
Oh yeah, no, that would
yeah,
have set him off. I know it
yeah.
would for sure. He'd have went in on that one.
Like, is it Angus? Like what is it made out of? Pause.
So here's my thing, right? Understanding that this is the ever evolving challenge for artists. I want to grow as an artist and I want to do different things and I want to do what's on my heart now, but I also want to be true to the audience I've created over time with the work that I've done before. You have to have that balance. Again, like being an artist on so many levels requires balancing of so many different things, and it's not always easy. So do I get that you're not always going to dig your favorite artist's work? I understand that. But I also get that there should be some level of consistency. It shouldn't be so far removed. Like now you and I have bumped heads on this. You like Common's Electric Circus album. I'm not a huge fan of it. Excuse me. But I think for me, it's like the separation of Common for me. Like it was a lot of growth in that album because he was doing what he wanted to do. Like he was really in a good place with it, and that's what he was doing. So the work was a little off for what you expect, but that was based on my expectations. He, as an artist, was like, all right, this is where I'm at. I'm going to take it here. And then when he did whatever he did, cleansed himself in the water of Lake Minnetonka,
aka Miss Erykah Badu.
And then he came with the Go album. Then it's like, with the B album, then it's like, damn, like this dude is different, right? You need to grow sometimes.
But that's the evolution, the evolution of the Erykah Badu poem. Like makes.
Where did you fall on the Badu coochie tree?
Yeah, like because that shit changed people.
Or the Baducci tree, if you will.
Yeah, because you look at. Let's start with Stacks. Let's start with 3 Stacks. He was spitting some shit before he started fucking with her, but nigga, after he fucked with her,
opened up that mind among other things.
It was a different 3000.
It was. I agree with that.
Different 3000, and it was a better 3000. Then,
what's up, Karen? We wasn't going to accuse you of boo loving. We glad you here, regardless. Thank you for showing up with us. Ship said, and she got the perfume. I'm not touching that perfume.
No, it ain't. No, it was incense. It was incense.
Oh, I'm not. It's incense, and I'm still not doing incense. That shit got evil in it. You gonna have like,
I don't know. Like I want to know. I want to know.
Yo, you like that badass kid? They be like, "Don't touch the stove because it's hot," and then you walk away, and all you hear is "ah!" Like, what the hell you do? I touched the stove. Like you, like listen, you would touch the stove, ass nigga. That's what you are.
Listen,
you definitely.
But bro, but you gotta understand why. Like, you understand that I'm an artist. And I'm sensitive about my shit. Like,
don't get me started. Go ahead.
So with me being an artist, like that is like the greatest platform. Like when you, especially like when you're an artist of my ilk. You like that word, don't you? When you're an artist of my ilk. Come on. I know. Might be 3 letters. Go ahead. But all right, so. It's something about whatever she do when she doing what she do that expand people's mind, and they come out with lyrically they become a greater version of themselves. So you got 3 Stacks, he went through it. Then Common, and when Common got through with the situation, he came out throwing uppercuts like fuck this. Like he looked like Mike Tyson when he fought Spinks. After that,
it was a different level Common. That's when, like I said, that's when Khan really became like one of my like he was always one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like Khan from the beginning. Like when he was Common Sense. I was fucking
Can
with
I
Khan.
borrow $1? Like Water for Chocolate, you know, those albums and shit. Like those good albums, but you sometimes like artistically you gotta end up evolving.
He left the Stratosphere with B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he left the Stratosphere with
he
B.
left the Stratosphere with that. What is the other one? What was the next album after B?
The name is escaping me. Give me a second and I can look it up if you want me to, but it's he definitely had an arc of like where he was just really out there fucking it up for a minute. Let me see albums. Why am I having such a hard time?
Find It Forever.
Find It Forever. We found it at the same time. Yes.
Yo, so those two albums, like Universal Mind Control was and then
Find It Forever was one of them joints. And low key, niggas don't even talk about it.
Mm-hmm. But then he ended up, you know, the Dreamer, the Believer album, which like was underrated.
Another slept on album. Man.
So he became something different after fucking with her. And then we look at Mr. Electronica.
Listen, man, Jay disappeared. Jay told us he had an album coming out, start fucking with Erykah Badu, and disappeared. We couldn't find this nigga for 3 years.
No more. Like I just want to know.
Listen,
for the simple fact that, you know, I want to expand my artistic abilities, and I believe that, you know, the shaman, aka Erykah Badu, will help me in order to.
Well, remember a couple of weeks ago we was talking about having good vaginal chakras, and if your shit wasn't right, you had a putrid spirit. Clearly, her chakras are in order. Clearly, her motherfucking chakras are in order.
Listen, the red, you know, the red ball, the base chakra, her base chakra is on point.
Man, listen. That shit is exuding. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So for anybody who don't know nothing about your chakras, understand that base chakra right there.
No, facts, Karen. It's definitely levels to it. It's definitely levels. You know who else is like that for me? And maybe not necessarily for the artistic opening, but like I just feel like niggas be different after they fuck with Rihanna. Like she another one. They just be like different after that. Like it just don't be the same. Chris Brown ain't been the same since.
Yeah, like, I mean, how can you be the same after fucking with Rihanna? Like, nigga, you just lost the fucking leprechaun, nigga.
Them niggas be going through it, man. That shit is hilarious.
Like,
listen, man. Like, if you get to climb the mountain one time,
yeah,
you can always say you climb the mountain.
Fucking with Rihanna is like catching a hummingbird with your hands.
Yeah, that's an excellent analogy. I'm not mad at that at all. It's definitely one of them ones, man. She's definitely one of them ones.
Yo,
like anytime me and my wife can sit there and see a picture of Rihanna, and we both go, "Damn!" Like, that's a beautiful thing.
Speaking of Riri, she just dropped the she just dropped some some Fenty situations this past week.
Oh yeah,
whew, nigga. I wish I had a girlfriend right now just so I could buy her some fucking Fenty.
Oh man!
Like just all right. Look, put this on. Model this shit for me. Matter of fact, hold on. Put that on. I'm gonna put my camera out real quick.
Oh, freaky deek ass nigga!
Listen, like
went right to the footage.
Yo, the shit that she dropped this past week, I was like, God dang, golly.
Hold on, Gigi, you gave him a pass for Riri. You gave him the Riri pass. If Riri show up, all bets is off. I like that. I'm not mad at that. I might have to negotiate that. Not that it's ever gonna happen, but you know, I just like to have shit in place.
I got the whole like fuck, like I love Riri, and yeah, that situation is crazy. But you know, like I'm a Jill Scott dude, so if
that would be your one,
yeah,
if you had that.
Yeah, like I've had arguments with past girlfriends about fucking Jill Scott. Like, You know, like, and just like you lied. Like if Jill Scott came along right now and asked, you know, was like, "Yo, come on, let's go. Would you leave me?" I'm like,
"Sí, señorita."
Like, no, like look. I'm like, I'm with you right now. So like, I'm not going to leave what we got going on. But if she asked me to fuck, I'm gonna hit that.
Simple as that. There ain't nothing else to discuss.
I'm gonna hit that. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Gigi said, "Riri a bad bitch." Listen.
Suck my cockiness, lick my. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm get an argument out of me, like not a little bit. I'm trying to think if it's anybody I would put above Riri. Yeah,
Tiana Taylor is a bad motherfucker too. Like, she do got a strong ass jawline, but she's sexier than a motherfucker.
Talk about. Wait a minute. That's the most trifling compliment I ever heard in my fucking life. I mean, she got a strong ass face, dog. Like, this bitch got a boxer chin, but she cute though. Like, what, nigga? What, nigga? What are you saying over there?
Hey, listen, I'm being real.
Chin, but she cute as shit. She got this strong ass fucking Ring King jaw. You wildin', bro.
Damn. Ring King jaw.
Eva Mendes. Yeah, no, she is.
Yeah, Eva Mendes.
She's high level. I'm not gonna lie.
That's high level Spanish woman right there.
That's a quality Latino woman.
You gotta Patrice O'Neal
it. Yeah. Shout out to one of the best, man. We are big Patrice O'Neal fans.
It's high quality Spanish woman right there. Oh,
yes, indeed. All right, so real quick, let's just touch on a few things. Literally Anything podcast for the people. We are an hour and 6 minutes in. Thank everybody for joining us. Shout out to the brother D Hood, who is not with us tonight. Hopefully we'll have Hood back next week, but shout out to him. So earlier this week on Spotify and on Apple, we dropped our crosscast that we did. And we had a little situation where we teamed up with the Weekend Meetup and had them hop on with us, and we handled a little situation. And because we didn't have Hood tonight, I figured it would be nice to bring one of those ladies on with us to have a seat with us. Yo, Shy.
Hey, Kev.
Hey, what's going on? You on with us? We live. What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, young lady. How you doing?
You're hilarious.
Oh, man. So I was just doing the introduction.
Kev, I like the introduction. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So, Shy, we I've saved a few topics for you.
Oh, I wanted Lord, it's been a long day. You already know. It's all right. I'm ready.
No worries. I promise you, it's gonna be fun. So, y'all know how y'all go to like the basketball game, right? And they do like the kiss cam and all that sometimes, and everybody's on there, right?
Yes.
So, at a minor league baseball game a couple weeks ago, this brother used the Jumbotron. Like, you get to like pay them a certain amount. And they put a nice message to your significant other on the Jumbotron. Well, this brother at the Akron, Ohio Rubber Ducks game decided to break up with his girl on the Jumbotron. So, yeah, like, now.
He was hurt.
Yeah, so you said he was hurt?
Yes.
Well, who hurt you, sis?
Yeah, wow. He definitely.
Wow.
That's the only explanation it could be. He had to do some shit like that.
Right. Why did you have to do all that? Especially on the Jumbotron. Oh, we drinking?
It's
not on this no more.
It's not on. I had to make sure it was at least September before you, because we drink on
September.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so you know, we over here sipping, but whenever you do your thing. No, it's good. I'm virtual tomorrow, so we just out here. It ain't no thing.
Okay. If we're sipping and say let's do it.
Well, see, look, but you gonna act like it wasn't close to you. You see her with the lean
though? Oh, Lefty, look.
That's my girl right there. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a sick name.
Hey, yo, question for you. All right, now when no, I'm pretty sure you got an answer for me for this one. This is an easy one. All right, so have you tried that with either grape juice or cranberry juice?
Oh no, I didn't even think about that.
Peanut butter and jelly.
We call it a liquid uncrustable.
Oh,
it's like a peanut butter and jelly.
Oh my God! Look how much you've learned from the time he had this till now. That's terrible.
Who's we? You said we call it that. Who's
we?
Yo,
are you the we?
No. It's me and Naya. Because me and Naya had a conversation about it. She was like, "Yo, you gotta try. You gotta try it with such and such." Because I put her onto it. She was like, "Yo, check this out."
And then somebody
listen,
because we share the wealth here. We don't keep that good shit to ourselves. We share the wealth out here, Shy.
I have another one for you though, Lefty.
Oh shit!
Talk to me.
I'm not. Have you had bird dog?
Yo, I looked past that when I was at the liquor store.
Please don't. It comes in different flavors like Crown, but this is like delicious.
All right, so I'm a little bit bougie on whiskey. Forgive me. I am I have a bit of a problem. It's the only thing I spend more money on than sneaks probably, and my habits.
Oh God!
I have a $85 bottle of whiskey in my and that's not expensive, but that's how much I've paid for some.
What kind is it?
It's right now I have some.
What's that? Woodford Reserve?
No, I have some Whistle Pig, which is a rye whiskey, and that's the 10-year bottle of that. And I also have some Elijah Craig barrel proof, and that's about 65 for a fifth. But those are both really good. They're strong, but they're good. A splash of water, that's how I like them personally. You can use whatever you use to mix or chase. I know I don't, but I like both of those a lot. But
3 ice cubes. 3 ice cubes.
You said 3 ice cubes?
3 ice cubes.
That's it.
All right. I respect the ice cubes. All right. So y'all know every week, right? We have a little first off, you getting a lot of good feedback. Love the female vibe in the show. So, you putting a little bit of different energy in there. And the name of the whiskey is Elijah Craig. My wife she calls it Elijah Muhammad. She never respects the name of anything. She will give shit another name in a heartbeat. So some more love on the vibe. Shy, I appreciate you. I call Shy at 6:15 with this shit, y'all.
Miss Hatchet, what's going on, Miss Hatchet?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I was in class though,
Listen, we got shit to do, and I respect that. That's why I said if you felt like it,
the brother done, you can jump
up. You know what I mean?
That's fine. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's appreciated. All right, so every week, right, I have something that I come with for the group to discuss pre-show. I didn't do that this week, and I'm glad I didn't because now I have something we all can give some equal thought to as in real time. So a Facebook friend of mine that I graduated from Parkway with, shout out to you, Tiff. She put up a post and the question had me thinking, who means more to you? The one you lied to or the one you tell the truth to?
Ooh, I've seen that one before.
And I've seen it before too, but I think it's a dope discussion. I really think it's it's pieces to that. Because some motherfuckers ain't shit and they know they ain't shit. And they try to protect people from they ain't shitness. and they do that to people who they know can't handle what they really bring. I'm not vouching for that, but I'm just telling you that that's the approach for some people. And then other people, it's as long as I'm real with you, you're going to love me. And they give it all to you, and they don't tell you no lies or keep no secrets. That's a crazy question. And it's not really a man question, Gigi. How is that a man question? Explain how it's a man question. It's just a question. It's just a question. And I think, go ahead.
Because gender roles no longer apply. we just spoke about this. Gender roles don't apply no more. You know, if you listen to the crosscast, you'll understand that you shouldn't be. You know, the gender roles should not apply.
Look, I love Gigi though. She come right back. Just kidding, because women lie too. Thank you, Gigi. Like, all right. So Left, I'll let you get started, and Shy, we'll let you follow up. Who means worse? The one you lied to? Who means more? The one you lied to, or the one you tell the truth to?
All right, so I'm gonna speak from a position of experience because I have had my years of not being shit. So I'll apologize to the women who I wasn't shit to. But
moment of transparency.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I feel like the person that you lie to is the person that you end up like, at least in my experience, was the person that I love the most. Because the people that I told the truth to, I gave them the truth because, number one, they could handle the truth first, and on top of that, it's like, all right, you already know what's going on with me. You know what you know that I got a situation. So
go ahead. I'm gonna break that down. I got something for that. Go ahead.
How can I lie to you about the situation that you already know about? So I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it 100% phony with you about what's going on. Look, this is what the situation is. You either can deal with the situation or you can walk away from the situation. Plain and simple. But I have to lie to this person because I don't want them to be hurt by my bullshit.
Right.
Like I feel like at the end of the day, your emotions do matter to me. So I'm not going to sit up here and be like, all right, well, yeah, you know, where was you at? I was out fucking this bitch. Like, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was at the club. You know, me and the niggas, we was out chilling and shit. I met this shorty at the club. She was talking real reckless, so I had to take it down because she was talking. Like, I can't say that to you. Like, because number one, I lose everything that I built up, you know, trying to, like, especially if it's a situation where you got time invested. Like, I put this time in trying to build a future with you, and because of my ain't shitness, I went out and I did XYZ.
Right.
Now, with that being said, I don't want you to pick up and leave because of my ain't shitness. I got things that I need to work on in order to become a better person, and I would like for you to be around when I get done with my ain't shit ways.
Ooh, talk heavy. Shy, what you got for that, though? I got a report, but I want to hear what you got to say.
That was too much for me. And that's why I want to go with the person I tell the truth to. Because once you start lying, you got to keep that lie going. You got to keep it up. You got to remember what you said, how you said it, and the tone and the matter and what you said it to. I feel like if I'm lying to you, I'm just more than likely just telling you whatever just to say something.
Right.
But like you said, Lefty, right. Like you said, if I'm telling you something, I know you can handle it. Even if you can't handle it, you just know, like, all right, that's just Shy personality. She just gonna come with it. You either gotta accept it or you're not, like you said. But if I gotta keep lying to you, that's too much.
That's a lot of energy.
It's a lot. So I'm drained just listening to that. When you're in your ain't shitness, you don't even get it.
Right.
Yeah, but that's and that's the reason why, like, you see the caveat at the end, because I still want you to be around at the end of my ain't shitness. Like, I see something in you that is better than what I am right now. And I need that. Like, that's the reason why people hold on. Like, that's part of the reason why people lie, because they don't want to lose that. Whatever that is, to where, like, that special thing is that you see in this person, like, you don't want to lose that. So, all right, I'll risk me lying to keep that away from you so I can get all of this ain't shit. Like, that's the reason why we speak about Patrice O'Neal all the time. Like, do not invest yourself in a relationship until you get the hoe out of you.
Now, wait a minute. Now, all right, hold up. Because I got a few. First off, I got to go into the comments. Naya said, I be lying to both people. And that's the best shit I heard all day. Naya said, everybody catch these. Karen said it's the one you tell the truth to is you care about the most. Gigi says she told the truth because she ain't give a fuck about their feelings for real.
Yeah.
You can say for them if you focus on the friendship factor first. The truth has value, a lie does not. All right. So that's just, and thank y'all for the comments. So Left, I'm gonna start with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing of, and this is me playing devil's advocate. The whole thing of, all right, I did this because I want to keep you close to me because I see something in you, right? First off, that is premium game, my nigga. That shit is sharp. You are good. That is fucking high level nigga. Like, if she don't know no better, that oh my God. Like, you are talking heavy, my nigga. Congratulations. Fucking give you that, my nigga. But anyway, I'm gonna pull it back. I'm just fucking with you, but not really. No, but here's the thing. It's like most women will retort in that if you cared about me, you wouldn't lie to me about the shit you do. You just wouldn't do the shit that you do. That's going to be the response of the majority of women. And to be fair, as a man, if your girl came home and told you that shit after y'all got caught up in some shit, like, oh, I kept lying to you because I love you, you probably want to punch her in the back of the head. And we don't promote domestic violence over here, ever in any way. But what I'm saying is the feeling in your soul, not what you like actually would do, but like the Ike Turner inside you would swell up and you would really have to get, like, I think we as men sometimes, and this is just me being honest, sometimes we expect shit of them that we wouldn't do. Like Hood, and this is why I love my nigga, he tell you from the door, I ain't built to take it. I'm shooting everybody. Like, I respect that. Because it's a wild opinion, but we mean this shit. Like, and I respect that. Like, sometimes I think we don't really look at it from the dual side of it. Now, I'm not saying that you're wrong for what you're saying, because there's some truth in that. Sometimes the people that you care about, you do want to protect. And if you're in the process of growing and trying to be a better person, you might make mistakes and slip up. And if it's something that you feel in your mind, whether right or wrong, because 9 times out of 10, we always feel like we got shit under control. We usually wrong. But if you in your mind at that moment can talk yourself into believing that you got that shit under control, then you'll go ahead and rationalize that shit the way you need to make yourself feel better in that moment. And men and women do that shit for wrong reasons on both sides. Women do that shit with like, oh, because it's my family and our baby and this and that and that and this, and they'll rationalize that part of it into making them believe that this man gonna do some shit that he not gonna do. You understand what I'm saying? Is
that really internally your stuff? Because what are we really protecting the person from?
Exactly. You're protecting them from your shit, and you don't want to lose them in that. So you're not really protecting them from nothing. Like,
because it's going to come out.
Like, it's
all about how quick you want to get it.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing to, especially like me understanding that. Like me understanding that everything comes to, like when you want to change, like when you really want to change, you put the work in. You dig what I'm saying? So that goes to a person going to therapy to try to get themselves right when they know that they've been wrong 100%. Like when you really doing shit that you ain't got no business doing. Now I can speak on this from the female perspective as well, because I've been that person who was cheated on and was lied to and told, no, this situation ain't what it is. You know, it ain't what you think it is, in order to pacify me, so that, like, number one, you know, you won't get your head knocked off because you think I'm gonna knock your head off for the shit that you did. But then secondly,
again, we don't promote domestic violence.
Yeah, exactly. But then but secondly,
Lies don't equal love. Check my wife out.
But secondly, being on the level of like there being more than whatever that tryst was.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So understanding that there was way more involved in being with me than whatever that was that you decide to do outside of us. So like, you know, like I speak on it from both sides. So now the thing about it is I can like honestly say I feel like you might love the person more, but you don't respect them.
Ah, there we go.
And
Talk, nigga.
Like, and
Talk.
respect is bigger, you know, like because I can love you all day long, but if I don't respect you, then what the fuck?
We just seen this strange rule: love doesn't equal lies.
Right. No, and it all goes hand in hand, and that's some real shit. If in your stomach you really like, you know what, and that's just it. What's funny is the show Cheaters is the funniest shit in the world. I love watching Cheaters because
oh my god,
situations they put the people in are fucking hilarious. But my wife always says when I watch it, she never understands it because if you feel in your gut you need to call them, you already know the answer to your question. You don't need to call Cheaters.
Like the same question. Why do women go through phones? Because you know what you know?
Yo, when like I'll put this shit out there. This shit is crazy to me. Like, and like when I think about it, when my marriage was going down the tubes, like when I knew that this shit was like, man, what the fuck are we doing? Like we gotta figure something out. Like every day I would come home, my wife would be watching Cheaters. Like if she wasn't watching Cheaters, she was watching the Real Housewives of some shit. It was always drama on the fucking TV when I came home, and it was just like, you know what time I come home.
Subliminal messages. That's how you
did.
Know.
Like
you felt like she was taking shots.
Yeah, like, and it was just crazy. And I'm like, wow, this is. Damn, I need to get my life together. Like, I really need to get my life together because I'm not right. And like this, like we are in a better space than we were, you know, like, you know, we're divorced now, but we're in a better space than we were then. But
I mean, clearly some time has passed.
Yeah, but that's not a conversation that we ever bring up. Like, we're not talking about that shit. And the only thing we got to talk about is the kids. Like, you know. Like we had little jokes like she'd try to boss me around about some shit. I'm like, yo, you know I don't gotta listen to you no more, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, like we just had that conversation yesterday. She said something. I was like, yeah, you know I don't gotta listen to you no more. She was like, you know what, you absolutely right.
You couldn't wait to say that shit. You were waiting for a moment to say that shit. You had that shit in your pocket. Like, hold on. It's like when you playing spades and you know you cutting all right off the rip. You can't wait to cut that spade. Motherfucker, you can't make me listen. Like you threw that shit out like it was the big joker. But no, I mean, so here's for me, clearly the person you love more is the person that you tell the truth to. To me, that's just my opinion. I get why the lying happens on the other side. I do get that. But it works in a way of it's kind of like it's a safety net. If you say, all right, well, I'm gonna tell you the truth on everything because you the motherfucker on the other side. And if shit go bad, at least I know you was there for me through the whole dumb shit. And it's like you give yourself a false sense of, I can't even put a word to it. I would say security, but there's no security in that. It's just a false sense of like belonging or just knowing something is about to happen when all that shit do is really kind of, you know, throw it off. You know what I mean? Like it just delays the inevitable. It make you feel like shit be cool until that moment you know shit ain't cool. And 9 times out of 10, stretching it out just make it worse because the bubble be serious. Like that shit be going and going and going. And then when you don't catch it and it really blow, it's bad. Like that shit is just, it's no other way. You gotta clear that shit up when that, especially when that energy is clear in the room.
I can't even say that you giving like you're with the fake, the false sense of security when
No,
you're
Nate,
dealing
we
with a
just gotta
situation.
guess, bro. We just gotta guess. We ain't going like Sean part of the family.
Yeah,
Nate Beasley, what's good, bro?
We always every time we got a guest on, people always chime in like, "What y'all do?" We ain't do nothing.
Well,
y'all.
fucked up the rotation. No,
it's just always fam when we bring them in. It's always family. You don't gotta worry about that.
Not so much a false sense of security or anything close to that. Like one of the things that, and like I say this, me dealing with my ain't shitness.
Ooh, how much ain't shitness is there?
I can't divulge all of that online. Like,
okay, I'm sorry.
How much ain't shitness is there? Is amazing.
But this is a thing where you kind of feel like you're releasing the responsibility by giving the other person the truth.
So this is what I'm saying. Favorite words. What's your favorite A word, Shy? Accountability.
Yeah, like so you're relinquishing your responsibility, like you're putting the responsibility on the other party by, look, this is what the situation is. I'm dealing, I have this situation here. If you choose to deal with me while you know that I have this situation, what the fuck can you say when it gets, when things go out of proportion? You can't say nothing because you knew from the beginning.
Terms and conditions. We did that too.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, you knew what this was when it first started. So you can't sit here and say that, like, you can't get mad. Like, you can get mad, but you can't express that because I told you what it was from day one.
Right.
So if I told you from day one and you accepted those terms and conditions, you got to shut the fuck up and just ride it out or walk away.
And man, like I said, niggas don't read the terms and conditions. They don't never read the terms and conditions. It's like niggas just sign the paper and keep it moving.
Look, no, and it's wild because, like, once you get into the physical with a woman or a man, like, because the situation it has no gender role on catching feelings. Like, catching feelings,
right?
Don't have
when you're in the situation,
like,
regardless of
once you get into this, like, because you're not outside no more, you're inside now.
Yes.
So once you get inside, it's a totally different situation, especially when the feeling is something that is not what you're getting at home. Like, you asked for contract negotiations. Look, hold on. Look, I'm holding out.
Until we can strike a new deal, I'm not coming to camp.
I mean, you dig what I'm saying? So sometimes you have a situation where you gotta like, that's I feel like that's why my last relationship I just lost my last relationship, and it wasn't for my ain't shitness, because there was no ain't shitness in my last relationship. But it was like the terms and conditions. The terms and conditions, like, of my relationship wasn't, like, they weren't discussed. So
okay, so why? Was that on your behalf?
I believe it. Yeah, it was on my behalf. The terms and conditions of the relationship weren't discussed on my behalf. But I felt like it didn't have to be discussed, and maybe I should have discussed it. But I became like, right now, I can't say I had custody, but both of my kids are with me. Both of my babies are with me, and I was dealing with the empty nester. And to deal with somebody who is who has raised her kids are grown, it was like starting all over for her. And it wasn't something that she felt like she could do. And, like, once the breakup happened, like, I felt like I was salty about the shit, but it took me some time to actually sit back and look at the situation for what it was. And you can't expect somebody to do something, like, mind you, like, just because I might have, stepped in that place and did did so without complaint or whatever, I can't expect somebody else to do the same thing that I would have done. Like, everybody's not built the same way that I'm built. So, and then it's something totally different for a woman to step in that place as as opposed to a man stepping into that position, because this is something that traditionally, like, men don't normally have, men don't normally have custody of their kids.
It's not a situation that a lot of women have to put themselves in. Like, like usually it's like he got kids and his baby mom. It ain't usually like he got kids and it ain't no baby mom. Like that's right. A little like slightly different.
A lot of women are jealous of that. I've been hearing women are jealous of men who are actively involved with their kids, which is new for me to hear.
That because it's kind of weird, right? You would think that would be a quality that would be endearing and something you would like latch on to, but it's real. Like some women they feel away.
Yeah.
Like, and like I said, like I'm not bitter towards, like, at the beginning of it, like when the break happened, it was like I felt some type of way, but we had plenty of conversations and before the actual break happened, and then for me it was like, all right, well, like when we had that final conversation, it was just like, I gotta do what I gotta do for my kids. So like, regardless of whatever it is that you feel right now, like
it's what it is.
It is what it is. Like, I don't have no hard feelings or nothing like that. Like, I'm just going to continue to move forward because like that train don't stop.
I'm about to say, you don't have a choice.
Yeah,
the kids don't stop doing the things they're doing in order for you to get your shit together. You got to work around that, and that's right. That's the beauty of kids. They force you to grow, man. Like, in a lot of positive ways, and a lot of ways you may not have expected at times. You may not have been ready for, but it's definitely an adjustment. Like you said, her kids was grown. Like, I know me personally, like where I stand right now, my youngest is 13. Mm-hmm. Man, oh man. When this little ninja is ready to roll, I'm gonna be excited, like excited as hell. And if you rolled a 4-year-old in this motherfucker right now, for me and my wife, we would burn you to the ground. Like, take this baby and all these, like, get the fuck out of here. This is not where we are. This is not where we desire to be. So to that end, I fully understand that. That is a very real thing. When you have done the work to raise your kids, there's a certain freedom you are looking forward to. So that's not something anyone can begrudge anyone for. At the same time, it does keep you from having certain connections and relationships because it's real. Like, hold up. Let me get into these comments real quick. First off, Gigi mad at you because she said, how you ain't have a relationship, how you been in a relationship and you ain't never talk about it all this time. We 25 episodes in, and you done had a girl and broke up with her, and nobody knew.
No, like, yo, that's the funny part. Like, what do you mean I didn't?
No, you might have mentioned her, but I think this is the most in-depth discussion we've had about that situation.
Yeah.
So
but and for me, it's like, all right, like, she is where she is. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, the first couple episodes, she commented and stuff like that. I put the hearts up and all that. Like, I was
right.
We did.
Oh yeah. You know what? I do remember that. We fucking with you, bro. I don't think you.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just speaking to people who thought that, like I was, out here all willy nilly the whole time. Like, no, I wasn't.
Hold up. Nate said let me just put it up here. Women want all the fucking attention from a man who got custody of their kids. He was salty in his feelings with his situation. Karen says they have to be able to move through it with you. That's your person. Like, yeah, and it happens. Yo, Gigi said it behooves her how women can be this way. That behoove shit is hilarious. Like, Shy, how do you feel? Like, do you have less respect for a woman in that situation, or do you understand it? Like, do you? All right, so
I really do, absolutely, especially women who. Okay, so say Lefty, like for example, the woman that you were seeing, okay, yes, you know, her kids are grown. However, if she was in a situation where maybe her kid's father wasn't around or the dad was locked up or whatever the case may be, like the comment said, apparently they want all the attention to themselves, or they don't understand it, or they're jealous because people don't like that J word.
It's a heavy word, though.
They don't like that.
Right.
So they're jealous of that relationship because they don't understand that dynamic. I don't understand that. Like nobody can convince me to understand that. So when I hear guys say like, I was dating this woman and she didn't understand, you know, like my son lives with me, I might can't hang out, or my son lives with me, he plays basketball, come with me to his game, you know, his high school game.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't trying to do that.
Yeah, and one of the things I'll say, like the dynamic changed. You dig what I'm saying? Like before, you know, I didn't have him, you know, so like we dealt with each other off and on for 3 years. Mm-hmm. For almost 3 years. Like October would be 3 years. So we dealt with each other off and on for 3 years, and
that time go fast.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Quick, bro. So you dealing with a person like, and this is why I kind of understand parts of it, because you went from having a huge portion of my time to the pandemic hit, and like now I'm in a position where I have to be more, like I have to be a bigger part of
you
my
went from co-parenting
life.
To being a full-time dad.
Exactly.
Like that was the way your dynamic changed.
Do it all the time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So it was a thing where it changed, and like, okay, this is not what we planned for, but I don't have a choice in this matter.
Right. And you're your kids, and I don't get you babysitting your kids. Like it's your equal responsibility.
It's no such thing as babysitting your own kids.
Exactly.
Right. So there's a problem with you taking care of your kids or your kids being with you. Now I'm
and look, and it's wild. Like, and the wild thing is, like, this is the thing about it for me. I don't want to seem like I'm downing her for her decision, because if this is something that you couldn't handle, you couldn't handle it. And I appreciate the fact that you just was like, you know what? I don't know. Like, I don't think I can handle this. Like, and just bowing out, as opposed to
it's better for her to leave than to take you through the goofy shit.
But you're also not asking her to be a mother to your kids either, or unless you are.
No,
like
they got a mom.
Like they got a mom. It's just like the situation wasn't like. What I'll say is, if I'm putting you in a position to actually be around my kids, then I feel a certain way about you, because you've spent time with me. We've been together for a certain amount of time. You've been around my kids. You know who my kids are. You know what my kids' strong suits are. You know what my kids, like when my kids start to work people nerves, you know what that shit is too. And I'm looking at you like, at this point, I'm starting to look at you in a vein of somebody who could potentially be a wife. Because I'm not dating, like, I'm not dating to just be fucking somebody.
Right.
Like, I'm dating for a partner for life. Because to be honest with you, that's what the fuck it is. Like, I'm not in a space where, like, I need a feminine support system. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and not just for the fact that I have kids. Like, I need feminine energy coming my way. Like, I need a nurturer to nurture me. Like, fuck the bullshit. Like, not even about somebody to nurture my children. I need a woman. Like, I need feminine energy to nurture me so that I can be cool and be able to give that same nurturing energy to my children.
Right.
So with that said, that's what I ended up losing within losing that relationship. But like I said, if this is not for you, then I would rather you walk away from the situation than do something or start to feel resentment for my children and then treat my children the wrong way, because then it's a completely different problem.
Right. Gigi says, stop pussyfooting around and just say you need some pussy around. Oh shit.
Gigi, understand, like, hold on. Gigi, understand this. I don't have a problem in that department. If I need pussy around, I can have pussy around. Max, right. Where you at?
Hey, yo, no. See, we're not doing the cat. We're not doing the cat. All right, so real quick, let me, first off, let me circle back real quick. I just want to say something. So, I don't want anyone who's listening to this to think that, and this is just me, my opinion, and if Shy, if you agree, you can certainly follow up right after I'm done. I don't want anybody to think we're bashing Mike's ex for her decision. That's absolutely her decision. She's a grown-ass woman. And if she in her life did not envision, that next step being that with younger children, she has that motherfucking right. Absolutely. We are not trying to take that from her. I think that what people are saying, though, is that you didn't, bust out with 2 babies in the middle of it. Like, you had your babies already. Your situation with them changed, but they were there and they were present. So before it even got to a point of seriousness, I think what some people were saying is maybe it should have been pulled back from the rip because your kids were always there. You understand what I'm saying? I think that's the argument. I don't necessarily think the decision itself is the argument. It's that you did all these things for all these years knowing the kids wasn't going nowhere. Like, just that simple. The kids wasn't going nowhere. Like, you didn't have a 15 and an 18-year-old and she just had to wait it out. You know what I'm saying? Both of your kids are under 10 years old. Like, they you understand what I'm saying? So I think that's what people are thinking. It's not the decision itself. We understand that's not what she envisioned, and that's respect. But you knew that before you let it get to the point where you considered her marriage material. If you was considering that or even thinking on that level, it was like, y'all was into some shit that was all right. So it kind of needed to be a thing where she was like, from the beginning, like, this ain't going to be for me. And I see that. But, it is what it is. But I just wanted to say that because I don't want this to come off like a bashing session. It's definitely not that. It's not that. Now, Shy, if you wanted to follow up.
No, you summed it up, because I wasn't saying that, all due respect to your ex. It was really about women in general who are dating guys that happen to have custody, or their kids is just lives with them for whatever the reason may be, and they're like, no.
Right. It's frowned upon amongst a lot of women. There are women out here who are dating in the situations who look at that as a red flag or a negative. Like, but would you rather me halfway be in his life with a baby mom that I fuck every time me and you argue? Like, would you rather that situation? Because that's some bullshit too. Like, I don't understand.
Elaborate on that, Kev. Bring it back.
So listen, you know how it is with certain dudes. They have a baby with the girl, and that be like the safety net. So it's like, I'm gonna move on, and you go and do you, and I'm gonna do me. But when I'm mad or when I'm fucked up in my situation, I'm gonna come lay up because you my son mom, and I'm gonna always be able to come here. Like, them type niggas. Would you rather deal with that type brother? Like, that you always know no matter what, you gotta worry about whether he's sneaking off to his baby mom house? Or would you rather deal with a dude who don't want nothing to do with that woman at all, in any way, shape, or form, and is just taking care of his kids and doing his thing, and asking you to maybe have a little bit of, involvement in that flow?
I'm going to be.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, those are easy choices to me.
Yeah. And I've had plenty of I've known of plenty people who have had that flow. Like, like I've had dudes tell me like, yo, yeah, I had a baby with her, so that pussy is always mine.
Exactly. That weird shit.
Like, yeah, like I got the keys to that, especially if it was like a deep relationship, like, yeah, we was together for how many years and we got a kid together, Yeah, I could always get that pussy. Like, okay.
That's really how they feel. But of course, it's up to that young woman for letting him get to that level of security.
And they keep coming back, because once I was done almost 18 years ago, it was a wrap. A wrap.
I mean,
They never look back, then want to look back. Like return. That's it.
facts. And there's one right there. The woman has not set any standards, and that's what it is. If a brother feel like he can come and go as he please, he gonna come and go as he please. Like, I don't really know another way to say that. If a brother feel like he can come and go as he please, that brother gonna come and go as he please. And so that woman either puts her foot down or exhibits a behavior that lets him know she's not to be played with. And you know, some niggas need that. Other niggas can read from the rip the type of woman they're dealing with and don't even walk that path with them. But if you really believe that you just gonna be able to do what you want to do, and you let that nigga believe that, he gonna prove you right. He gonna prove you the fuck right. that's the bottom line. You say what, Shy?
I am good.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Oh shit. So Gigi throat punching her baby dad if he asks her something. Just so damn, that brother's in bad space. Like throat punch. Damn. Men be wanting poly but don't know how to go about it. Oh shit. Salt heavy. Salt heavy.
See, that's a conversation. First of all, you got to be in a lockdown relationship with a woman and then be able to have that conversation. You can't just be on some old shit like, all right, we fucking, all right, I want to fuck another chick. Like, no, you can't. Like, that. Like, poly is a whole different level of trust.
Poly, it's not even trust. Mentally, people have to be in a space to understand what it means. And half these people out here are in poly and don't want to just acknowledge it.
And they don't even, like, either they don't acknowledge it or don't know. Like, right. Like it's on some shit like people look at a poly relationship as, you know, like the people who are blind to it look at it like, man, I got two motherfuckers that I can have sex with. No, a poly relationship is like
deeper than that.
A complete relationship between the all parties involved. Like it's a business.
That might work for me. I've been reading up on it lately.
It is a business.
Wait a minute, hold on. Talk about
it. Bro, stop. I'm on this. Like, all right. So now what is your poly relationship? Is it male, female, male, or is it male, male, female? I mean, female, female, male.
We're really in a poly relationship. For me, it would be with another guy. So basically, because I know a guy that's in one. He's been married 17 years and he has a girlfriend for almost a year. I asked 1,010 questions because I was like,
you did, Shaq.
I did. You investigated. He has pictures up, like his wife and the girlfriend, they know each other. He went to a comedy show with the girlfriend. And guess what? Because they have one car, I think his car is in the shop. His wife dropped him off at the girlfriend's house.
What? That's funny. They hit it. They don't stop.
And he says people don't understand. It's difficult because you have to provide for both. Honestly, like if you're taking your wife on vacation, that's fine. You might come back and plan to do something with your girlfriend. It's not like, oh, they're having a threesome, because that's not their thing.
It's two separate situations.
It's two totally separate situations where all parties know of each other.
Yeah.
And so for the most part, if we can be honest, for the women who go through phones and they keep calling Keisha, because y'all know how I feel about Keisha.
Yeah,
it's always Keisha.
It's always Keisha.
It's always
hey, Keisha.
That's how I need a shirt that says that. It's always Keisha. Thank you. You might as well. You keep going through the phone, calling and texting Keisha. Accept it. Keisha ain't going nowhere. Now what?
Clearly, he liked Keisha.
Right.
Now, what you gonna do about it?
Now, what you gonna do?
It's something that Keisha provides that you don't.
I mean, and you know what though, and
That might not even be the case.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't even know that that's what it is all the time.
No, like, and I'm not speaking of a physical situation. It might be something mentally or something spiritually within Keisha that makes him like, all right, this
it ain't
like,
nothing spiritual about no girl named Keisha. You ain't learned yet. No, I'm just playing.
Ah, shit. You like, it's nothing spiritual about no girl named Keisha and no fucking Leos.
It's Virgo season. We in here. Yeah.
Yo, so
shit.
Yeah.
Naya said Keisha's sister wife. Oh shit. Hold up.
Oh my God, she probably is.
You drop your husband off for me times. This has been a cookie clean. Yo, that's funny. Oh shit. Gigi said no, then go be with Keisha. See, Gigi ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, but that shit not for everybody.
Gigi a feisty Puerto Rican. She gonna cut a bitch.
Oh yeah. Like, Gigi, look,
different.
Gigi got a knife in her boot, in her bra, like in her belt loop. Like she not playing, and she got a fucking razor blade underneath of her motherfucking tongue. Like she not playing with you.
No, Gigi fuck some shit up. We don't want no smoke.
I'm not fighting.
And let's be clear. Mrs. Page is talking shit. Like this comment is funny while entertaining. Is she's talking shit?
Look, Miss Page is showing up like pshum pshum. Everybody going die. Pshum pshum. Everybody going die
all the way
tonight.
Don't you think?
And
for
she
a
don't
second,
even like guns.
That's going to go another way. I don't want nobody to be misled by those witty comments. If I blink twice, I'm in danger, nigga.
Oh my God!
Like. Help me! Like, yeah, I don't want you to think that she ain't capable.
Oh no, I seen it when we did the recording.
Look, if I tug on my earlobe, that means help me, nigga. Help me.
Like what's the John Kevin Hart? If I say pineapples, like pineapples like a motherfucker, bro. Help me. But all right, we are 1 hour 56 minutes now. Is even 57 in literally anything podcast for the people. Our special guest this evening, Miss Sade Holland. We appreciate you jumping in with us on very, very, very short notice. This was a dope conversation. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We are going to now do some closing thoughts and get ready to shut it down. And we will start with our guest. What any closing thoughts? We did hot takes. You missed hot takes. So you can do a hot take, or you can do like, a nice thought-provoking closing piece.
That's on my spirit.
Anything. Yeah, hot take is anything on your spirit.
Here we go. This is my hot take. Climate manager for the school district. Listen, parents, I need y'all to pick these kids up on time.
Oh, talk.
Nobody is waiting around because you're not going to tell me you stuck in traffic, you overslept. These are your kids. Get your kids. Furthermore, if there's no school or we're virtual, stop calling and cussing us out. We are not in charge. We can These are your kids. I need parents to parent and take care of their kids and pick them up on time. That has been taking me out of here.
So listen,
kids.
Now, Shy, now I have moved on to high school. So this is the one thing I love about being in high school now. I gotta wait for nobody to pick up no motherfucking body. And it's good to be in that boat now. I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't ever want to go back to pickups after school. Like,
I might use a switch next year. I did not leave. School lets out at 3:39. I'll give parents 3:50, maybe 55.
Right.
I'm leaving at 5:41.
That's crazy.
Like, what's going? And I get it. There's traffic and I get it. But some of these
things, it shouldn't be 5 anything.
No, this been your thing. This is your routine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot. Then they always got an attitude. Y'all keep y'all darkness, y'all issues with these raggedy baby dads and trifling baby moms. Keep that at home. Don't bring that to the school. That's where I'm at.
Hey, listen, as somebody who I was the dean of K2
Ooh.
for quite a few years, and pickups is wow. My man Metz, he works elementary or middle. He understands. Pick your kids up. We get this. People who do this, we understand. Like nobody wants to be anywhere longer than they have to be. Same way you want to go home, we want to go home too.
To our kids.
Exactly.
But it's only us. If y'all take that to Lower Marion, Abington, Upper Dublin, your child is going to be at the police station.
Yeah.
You're really going to be your felons.
And if you think it won't be, you can think again. Them people going home. Try that goofy shit. And you're going to get a bill. And you're going to get a bill. Like, yeah, no, y'all, that's real shit. Pick y'all kids up. Shy, you are getting rave reviews. We've been asked to bring you back already. I don't think we've ever gotten a request for it yet. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to make that happen.
Thanks, y'all.
No,
and
yeah,
come back on the weekend meetup. We start back on Saturday.
Yeah, y'all back this week?
We're back this week.
Okay, all right.
We're doing a back to school special where I'm really going in on these parents because
okay. Yeah, we definitely gotta we can meet up on cmpradio.net on Facebook. Go like that page, y'all. And their show is a little earlier than ours, like it's Saturday morning.
You can watch or listen to my craziness.
Yeah, no, for sure. So cmpradio.net, go like that. If y'all enjoying Shy, you can see more of her over there. And this is our third time working together in the last month and a half. So we are definitely in the Weekend Meetup family, as they are a part of the LAP family. So you will definitely be hearing from and seeing Shy, and we'll bring Amber on and have some more fun and do all those sorts of things. Any closing thoughts real quick, sir? Any closing thoughts?
All right. So I had a situation that I saw this week.
Okay.
And I actually wanted to bring it up, but like we've been rolling, like we've been clicking the whole show, so it's been moving. But it was a situation that happened. Florida man, because you know how we feel about.
It's Florida. Always a Florida man. I don't know why things happen in Florida, but everything happens in Florida.
Right. So at Horace Mann Middle School down in Miami, right, a 40-year-old by the name of Antoine Ruffin was arrested by Miami-Dade police for punching the student in the chest. Ooh. This man stood 6'7", hitting a middle school student in the chest. Now, the kid had, was being defiant in the hallway. He's trying to get him to go to class or whatever. The kid don't want to go to class. He told him like, yo, try me. And when the bell rings, this is my hallway. And he, spat some expletives at the kid or whatnot. Like really, like on some.
Put the computer closer.
on some like I mean, it's my motherfucking home. Like yo, and then Tony the kid talking about some. I don't care who you call. Like call everybody. I'm not scared of nobody, nigga.
Oh, he was one of them.
You put your hands on mine.
Well, this is deep because people like that who gotta exhibit authority, they don't have that at home. You ain't gotta do all that. I don't care how bad, because I don't really even like that term, but how defiant, how crazy a kid may be. You ain't got to, especially if you 6'7".
Yo, like, and he just towering over the kid. Then you looking down on him like, yo, put your hands on mine. Like, I don't want nobody to touch my kids, but please, if you do, understand that you're not getting locked up. We not having that conversation.
Look, but I will.
I will Carly Haley the shit out your ass.
Yeah, I don't like this 6'7" man.
Look, how did y'all ever see that meme with the old head? He be by the car. He said, call an ambulance, and then he pop up with the gun. Not for me. Yo, it's like one of them situations. Like, yeah, like call an ambulance, but not for me.
I'm really like, Carly Haley on your ass. Like, I'm not playing. Don't put your fucking hands on my kids. I don't like. Listen, like, and see that shit touch home for me because I have a son who has ADHD. So there are times where you tell my son to do some shit and he look at you like, Whatever, Nick. Like his focus ain't on.
Yeah.
You as a security guard in the school, you don't know what my child's issue is.
Right.
You
Right.
And also don't have a relationship.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, they
So,
kids.
you
We go
said-
in on.
Yeah, like so. No, remember, I will be at that motherfucking school immediately. Let my child call me telling me, yeah, such and such happened. All right, cool.
Yeah, like it's time to get ugly. I mean, my whole thing is this, right? With kids and just with me personally, having literally worked with kids of every single age at this point. If you know a child and get to know a child, you'll always know how to bring that child back from whatever their issue is. Once you develop that relationship, you can always walk it back. It doesn't matter what it is. Even when they get disrespectful, when they get out of pocket and they had that moment. Like I've had kids who I had great relationships tell me they was going to beat me the fuck up. And then 3 minutes later be like, yo, I'm sorry, Mr. Page, and give me a hug. Like, but it's because I know how to deal with whatever it is because I developed those relationships. And that's just a situation of you putting people in school buildings with children who aren't invested in developing relationships. And if you don't do that, you will not have success. And then you'll have people coming up to the school wanting to shoot you for putting your hands on their child because you tried to make a move that you can only make if you got a relate. Like listen, like I said, I have given kids the business and have had them both cuss me out too. We cuss each other out, but it's all love in the end. I know what they're dealing with. They know where I'm coming from, and we handle what we got to handle in the end. And I don't take none of that shit personal. If you work with kids and you in the business of taking shit personal, quit today. Like today. Like hand in your resignation right now. If that's what you do. Like you cannot work with children and be in the business of taking shit personal. So that's where that man is. He's in the wrong goddamn profession. You can't take kids personal when they do that kind of shit.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm 5'9". That man is 6'7". Nigga, I'm not fighting you. Like I'm gonna talk to you how these kids talk to you. Like I'm not fighting. You're not gonna world star me. Like you put your hands on my kid. So therefore, I'm gonna make all the prerequisite calls before I get to that school. Listen, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. I need you to be here for the kids for this, that, and the third. But yeah, I'm about to go to jail. Click. It's going down.
Indeed. My man said, quit. You should have quit last week. This ain't for the sensitive. And he absolutely does this. So I would agree with that. All right. So final thought for me, and I'm a little mad. I thought that I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm gonna lightly address it just for the whole twist. So last week I put up a post based on some things that have been discussed, and I won't get into the depth of it. I'm strictly going to discuss the post and my feelings about it and the results of it and so on and so forth without getting very, very deep. I am an emotional person sometimes. That's just who I am sometimes. I work out of emotion. I react. Sometimes I do that. That's something that I'm working on. It's something that I got to get better at. I tend in my therapy, I've dealt with issues of like anxiety and inadequacy. And when I feel like I put my heart into things and I work hard at something, I like to be recognized for it. At the very least, I like to at least be left alone if it's not your cup of tea. And sometimes I tend to pop off, for lack of a better term. In this particular case, I do not in any way, shape, or form think that I was wrong for where I was coming from. But I may not have been correct in the form upon which I handled it. And for this particular reason, I apologize. That reason right there. Not what I said, not my message, not my feelings, but the forum. It may not have been the right place to have that discussion, and I'm mature enough to admit that. So for that, my bad. But for my message, fuck that. I'm not coming up off of that, and that never changes. I work hard as shit. I got a job, I got a family, I got a wife, and I got very little time outside of those things. But I take that time to make sure that we have a quality broadcast. I make sure every week we got links, we got clean versions to put up. We got Spotify streams. We got Apple streams. That shit it takes time. It's in everybody's stories. I'm doing my thing as far as putting that stuff out. And I don't care if we got 2 views or 2,000, and we somewhere in between them two numbers. But guess what? I do that shit for those who show up and do it every single week. For those who come in here and they got their Spotify notifications on, and when Apple Podcasts drop, they on there. I do this for them. I do this for everybody who supports us in that way. I do it for my man Left. I do it for my man Hood. I do it for the fam, our extended family. We can meet up, my man Sean, the Ron, all those people, because they are a part of what this is. Those who don't dig what we do, respect. I don't need your approval. I don't need you to be okay with what we do, but I do need you to respect my work. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You don't got to endorse it. You don't got to like it. You can think it's trash, but respect my work. That's all I'm asking. Nothing else, nothing more. I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't think I'm going too far with it. Respect my work. Or I might get out of pocket like I did last week. Anybody's subject to catch it. And that's just the realest shit.
So let me follow up, because since family and I'm like the sister station, here it is, and I'm coming close. First of all, that's nothing but darkness. And you got to understand, and I've learned that, especially in this season, darkness is always going to lurk. And then we get all worked up and start dimming our light. Nah, to you, because like you said, this stuff takes time. It takes energy, especially when you're passionate about it. And we're sorry that other people don't have hobbies and aren't passionate about anything. But what you're not going to do is project and deflect your stuff onto us.
Right. Talk.
So,
that projection.
Come to the weekend meetup. Now that might have to be a topic of mine, because I don't like people like that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Podcast. Who you talking to? You probably wanted to do a podcast and didn't know how or didn't know where to start. But don't knock me. Why not say, yo, Kev, like, what's up? Like, that's something that I was thinking about doing. Do you think you can help me? But because people got egos and pride and they don't want to do that, they want to start downing other people's stuff. No.
Talk.
Understand. At the end of the day, it costs you nothing to ignore what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Costs you nothing. Pay me no mind. Yeah, facts.
So at the end of the day, let that shit go. Like, if it's not your cup of tea, continue to walk on past. Because we're going to continue to do what we do.
Exactly.
Just
like I
walk
said,
on by.
Somewhere between 2,000 and 2,000 every week.
We are so unhappy.
Yeah.
So I take, we just need to, that's when you got to start praying for people, because people really are unhappy.
Right. And there ain't nothing you can do to change that. Nothing you can do to change that at all. But but that, like I said, that's my message, and that's where I'm at with it. I will do my best to keep my shit right. But if you jump out of pocket, I'll check you in the space where I feel most comfortable at the moment. And it might not always be the most adult thing, but that's just what it is. You're gonna respect our work. We in here working. Like, and anybody you see us affiliated, we working and we helping them work, and we doing this shit. And it's gonna be a lot of content hitting you in the head over and over and over again until we get tired of it.
But life comes full circle, y'all.
Like,
trust me, y'all gonna cross paths for some reason.
And you know what? And I'm gonna be as polite and nice as I possibly can, because guess what? I keep that good energy flowing. We don't do that bullshit. So it is what it is. We're gonna be blessed either way. We're gonna be blessed either way. Shy, once again, thank you. Last minute. Call Shy an hour before this, and she jumped on and held me down. So appreciate you very much, brother Left. Thank you, brother, for being here as always. Hood, we love you, bro. We'll see you next week, man.
Definitely.
We definitely love you. We hope
might see you before
next week for sure. Literally Anything podcast for the people. We will see you next week, this same time. Let me see what I got for y'all. All right. We're going to end it on...
Wait, before you do that, hold on.
What?
Comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification.
Oh, yeah. On everything, for sure. Yeah. There we go. And hold up. All right, y'all. Have a good week.
I make a motherfucker say, oh, yeah! I'm cold as a lamb.